You stupid. I think that was the first thing that the stream heard. Okay. Stream should be live right now. And let's do our cool little intro. Woo! Look at that. Oh, it looks so good. I am so proud of that little intro. Hello everybody. Oh shit. Ethilda is still looking back and wearing her cowboy outfit. Hold on. I need to change
Oh
that.
no.
I'm sorry.
Hard to build something together.
Thilden.
There we go. Y'all Thilden.
Howdy, y'all. She is a horse girl.
It's Yalden.
If Yalden.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
It's Yalden. Josiah Saltbrook already sounds like such a Western name.
I thought you were doing like a cowboy thing at first, especially when I saw like your little character in like the trench coat-esque outfit.
Like a duster.
Yeah, it looked like a cowboy duster, and I was like, hell yeah.
I was half expecting Joe to just be a gun. No, no.
Oh my god. I had a Chinese roommate my freshman year, and her favorite thing to say was "Ni howdy."
Ni howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
She was also a kleptomaniac, but we don't talk about that.
All right. Okay.
Me too, but only for big chains.
I'm sorry, what?
What about a rod? It's fine. Background talking.
Don't worry about it. Don't you dare worry about it. All right. Cool. So, last time we left off, we had left Flint Rock and we were on the way to Sylvania to pick up Kira at the Golden Palace of the Sylvanian monks. On the way, we came across a Sylvanian sponsored settling of a once human settlement. Right about here. Right on the border of the new demilitarized Sylvanian zone. There we go. And while we watched, we witnessed. Hold on. Okay, for a second I thought my microphone was not working, but it is. We watched as a large group of human, a large group of non-elf, non-high elf population was trying to protest the dispossession of these houses and homes and villages, and being held back and suppressed at least, by Sylvanian troops. Ethilden, you got into a fight with this group of riot troopers, essentially.
Yes, I did.
And in the ensuing chaos, a massacre essentially happened. The protesters charged at the riot troopers, and the riot troopers fought back, killing roughly 30 to 40 people. And the party engaged the soldiers that came directly against you to try and take you down, killing them all and letting 2 of them run away. As the dust settles around you, it's undeniable that this is now a place of death. You see, I can kind of hear myself whenever I speak, by the way, on, I think, yours, Emmy.
It always is.
Yeah. Do you have
What about now?
do you have headphones?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
What about now?
Hold on. Testing 1 2. Okay, no, I can't hear myself. Thank you, Sweet Pea. I appreciate that. Um, as the dust settles, you realize that this is now a place of death. The village behind you seems to be empty. And whatever protesters survived, they've run away. One could almost hear the blood that flows freely from the corpses of these people. It's that eerily silent. And as Thalion sniffs around these corpses, he turns towards you, Ithilden, and he seems to be alerting to something, essentially pointing to something.
Like he's looking at something.
As he sniffs through these corpses, he looks back at you and then back at the corpse that he's next to.
Oh, great. Do I want to go look? I guess I will go over and look.
Okay. As you approach, you see a Sylvanian soldier clinging to life, and his breath is raspy, and he's trying to stay awake. He knows what will happen to him. He knows what's coming, and he clutches something in his hand. There's a large wound on the upper left side of his torso, and blood flows from there. But with his left hand, he clutches onto something. His eyes unfocused, almost glazed over as he stares up into the sky.
You speak as if he's like already dead. Would a healing spell not work?
You can try.
Oh, we try for our kinsman. Oh, my fellow pointy-eared man. My healing spirit will do 9 health. If it does anything at all.
He's not recovering, but you can sense that there's a certain ease to him now. It's easier. His breath is less raspy, but he is still going. You see that his shoulders drop a little bit from tension, and his eyes manage to focus a little bit. And as he looks around, he sees Thalion, and then he looks over at you, and your eyes meet. And he with a lot of effort, he lifts his left arm and tries to give you a small pouch that he's holding.
I guess I take it and kind of like hold his hand.
The pouch is made of hand-knitted wool, and you recognize this type of wool, Ithilden. This is a type of wool native to a region of Sylvania, from sheep that grow on the mountains to the north of Birun as well. This is the ceremonial wool utilized on pouches that hold soul seeds, and you recognize the pouch to be just that.
Oh. He's still alive?
He is dozing in and out, but he's still alive.
She like kind of like asks him quietly. It's like, where do you want them?
He seems to look. He seems to look to the east, and he says the words, "A plain surrounded by two woods." And with one final breath, he dies. His hand goes limp, and you feel the pouch rest heavy. You're clasping his hands, right, with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the weight of his arm now completely limp, and the pouch in between your hand and his.
She's just kind of like kneeling there in silence and like looking around.
Thalion lets out a small whimper, and he nuzzles his head against your shoulder.
Oh, my baby. I kind of like rest my head against his for a second before kind of speaking to him, like, you need to go.
He looks at you, Ethel, and you hear his mind ask you, "Why did this have to happen?"
I don't know, sweetling.
He seems confused. He's not sure as to what he's feeling or what he's thinking. And you can feel this turmoil through your connection with him.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a few steps back, and he extends his wings, and with one strong beat of his wings, he starts into the sky.
And he sort of looks over at everyone else and just. We should probably get going. There's not much else we can do here.
Agreed.
Kirith looks at you, Gimnir, and she says, "Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm done with fighting for now." And she mounts her horse. And her sword, she cleans her sword essentially against the blanket underneath the saddle of the horse and gets the blood off of it and sheaths it. She looks over at all of you and asks, "Well, where to now?"
I think I just want to make it back to Kira.
Okay. We are already across the border, so we can either go north directly through, whatever hold we find on, Beruna's wall, or we can try looking for that river opening. But we'd have to go east instead.
We can certainly try that route. Where gets us there, I suppose.
Which one are we feeling, guys?
Mhm. I suppose. What are you thinking, Ethilden?
I'm thinking Homegirl is still kneeling there depressed, but besides the point.
Eh,
um, would I know of like any other little pathways into the forest?
You know Hilden from your time with the Sylvanian army. You know that there are several way stations along Sylvanus's wall, and there are several elevators created by the elven artificers in the past that would assist you in going all the way up. However, that is, you're going to be subject to inspection, essentially.
Mm.
You know that these are essentially customs checkpoints.
It may be best to avoid the authorities for the time being.
Yeah, no, fuck these Johns. We should just go in like the quote unquote normal way, I guess. Avoid the popo.
Sounds like we're in agreement.
Okay, so
then.
which way is the decision?
The east, I guess.
Okay. You all mount your horses and begin making it to the east. The Federation Road is still existent in this area. And the voyage itself on this road is fairly easy. You pass by Silvery Moon. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like play an audio of the forest, and it is loading so slow that it keeps cutting out. I don't know why. So anyway, you pass by the city of Silvery Moon from the north. You see it to your south. And it seems deserted compared to what it normally looks like. On your way to Flint Rock, Gimnir, and Saltbrook, you all saw how bustling the city of Silvery Moon is. And even though you're going through this Federation road, you can't help but notice just how empty the city seems right now. Okay, I can't handle this goddamn fucking ambiance that keeps cutting. Jesus Christ. I am so sorry, everybody. Alright. Everything cuts. I'm just
Utilize violence.
Whatever. I'm not gonna use the fucking ambiance. Fuck that.
That clip of Kermit that says, "You should all know I don't normally typically what's the word to use?"
I normally don't incentivize violence, but
Yeah.
and then he shoots a
Turns around
person.
and shoots the guy point blank.
He shoots at the truck. He's dressed as Indiana Jones. All right. I swear to God. Thank you. There we go. It kept falling.
I mean, our dumbasses.
So my question for you is, you're now passing by Silvery Moon. Would you like to stick to the outskirts, or would you like to go through the city? Or a third thing?
What's the third thing?
Depends on
Or is
what
it
you
something
want to
that
do.
I was gonna say it's probably up to our choice to
Yeah.
do that.
Not about to railroad how you get to do it.
True.
Yes.
Probably be easier if we just head through the city.
Would you like to do that?
Sure.
Yeah, might as well head to the city. Maybe there'll be something on the wall or something, and some hamburger and cheese.
Hmm. Okay. As you approach Silvery Moon from the north, you are met by a large wall, and you soon find a essentially a little entrance that allows you into the city. The city is completely empty. If this was a western, there'd be a tumbleweed going by.
I'm having to actively like tear apart another character that I made for a different D&D campaign because my head is just going loop, 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 loop. But I'm not that guy.
No, it's okay. I apologize, everyone. I don't know what is happening. I was trying to pull up the Silvery Moon map on the computer that I'm using to stream everything, but it seems like Google Chrome is just eating my RAM in a way that has never happened before. So I'm pulling up my laptop here on the side to be able
Even
to.
on the new PC.
Even on the new PC, yes. Chrome is notorious for doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just hadn't.
Snorts it like.
Yeah, it just hadn't happened to me yet. So I suppose first time for everything.
Google Chrome.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to save this image because fuck my life. Okay. As you approach Silvery Moon from the north, you see two huge spires of emerald on either side of this gate. A door with gold ornaments that seem to resemble the roots and branches of a tree. This is very clearly a city that was built, if not hundreds, thousands of years ago by a Sylvanian population. Can I get history checks from everyone?
What the history?
History checks. I'm like, excuse me, do you want a little kiss?
A kissy check, please.
That's a flat 10 from me.
Okay.
I somehow rolled a nat 20
I got a
very proud
7.
of you.
as my elven roots take hold.
Yeah, pretty much. Ethel, you remember this from school, essentially, when you were younger.
Elf school.
It's exactly, literally elf school.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
The city of Silvery Moon was built in the first era by the elves of Sylvania. And that was roughly, 4,000 years ago. This city, after the fall of the Sylvanian Empire and the creation of the Sylvanian Kingdom, it essentially lost its elvish population as the dominating or as the majority population. Sylvanians slowly but surely started making their way up north, more into the wood of many arrows, which is the forest to the north. And also, Tess, thank you very much for the stretch. I will do that. And you know that these spires are essentially beacons that that were used to alert other beacons along the entirety of the Sylvanian Empire for assistance or danger, all those kinds of things. And you also know that the city used to be inhabited by roughly one second. There were roughly 29,000 people in the city at any given point. That's roughly the population limit of the city. And now it stands empty. There is a a quasi arcane feel to the surrounding area. And there are small houses that surround this main gate that you're looking at.
Would I be able to detect any kind of like major spike in arcane energies at all?
You immediately notice it. It's very blatant in this area.
Is it coming from any one direction, or is it just kind of a general all-around feel?
From where you're standing, it is coming from your let me just make sure. It is coming from your southeast. But
Okay.
the entire area around you is permeated with magic.
Gotcha.
Ahead of you stands those golden gates that I told you about.
Ba 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 ba.
It's golden arches, but good try.
Tee. Does anyone else feel that?
Do we?
No, none of you feel it.
If it was silent then.
Although Seven does feel a bit unsafe, he feels slightly off balance almost by being here. And as he looks around, he says, "It's almost as if my entire self is telling me not to be in this area."
Can I close my eyes and try to commune with the arcane power?
Sure.
Alright. Is that just an arcana check?
Yes, roll an arcana check for me.
18.
You hear Saltbrook. You hear whispers, unintelligible, coming directly ahead of you, and then after they are directly ahead of you to the south, they turn and they are to the east. You feel as if you are traveling down the roads of the city, even though the gate is closed, and you feel your point of view move south, stop in the middle of the words that come to your mind are a feline lane, and to your east, as you turn, you see 3 of red, 1 of blue. It's vague, but this is what you feel and understand from this experience.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting.
For those who are not in tune, there is a certain feel in the air today here. What was it? A feline road?
You the words that came to your mind are a feline lane.
Ah. Okay, a feline lane.
Would I know what this man is rambling about?
Roll an intelligence check for me. Just flat.
Oh no. 4.
No, you have no idea what he's talking about. In
Okay,
fact,
great.
you think he's talking about cats.
I don't want to see what the other reaction is from that in the part. But I'm just getting my book out. I gotta write down those phrases. Otherwise, I'll forego.
I'm like waiting patiently to.
And then what was the other one, Rod? A feline lane and the other one?
It was a feline lane, and then in the distance, you noticed 3 red and 1 blue.
I will stand to the east. I will look out, but yeah, too far away probably to see anything proper.
So
No, I'll mutter loud. Sorry, go ahead.
you're looking east?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can perception check if you'd like.
Sure. Perception check. 12.
Nothing really calls your attention except for the fact that there are, at the tops of the spires around the gate, there are 2 flames. They're not particularly big. They're just there. And there are smaller spires that follow the wall as you go east.
Okay. Do you think we should go inside the city? Again, just speaking out loud in my kind of rambly, mind-bended sense.
Not feeling what you're feeling, but honestly, I think we're capable enough to handle ourselves.
City is thousands of years old. I don't know what you feel, but I'm sure it's been there for just as long. And she kind of like moves forward to, go through the city.
Okay. The gates ahead of you are closed. The golden gates are closed.
Well, I do love my fly ability.
Minecraft creative mode.
/ game mode creative. I will cast fly, and then I'm going to fly up the walls.
Okay.
Just gonna see if it gets taken on. It does. My Goofy Oglove will consume that, so I won't have to use a spell slot.
Nice. Saltbrook, as you cast the spell, it's not too different from how it normally is, but you feel a slight spark to your gauntlets as you perform this spell. And you take off. You feel as if the speed at which you're flying is slightly more than what you intended. Nothing dangerous, but it is slightly higher than what you thought it would be. And as you peek over the wall, you see ahead of you a city filled with houses with green roofs, all of which are covered in moss and plants. You also see trees, willows, oaks, yews, and firs, all of them as old as almost time itself. They're mangled and twisted and filled with leaves. And in the distance to your southeast, you see. Give me a perception check for that, actually.
Right. Yeah, 3.
Okay. You see a large amount of trees concentrated in one area. Which direction would you like to look? Or
I'd
would
like
you
to try.
or would you like
Sorry,
to just fly into the city?
I think I'll fly close into the city to see if there's a way that I can open the big old. Are the gates already open or are they shut?
Well, the
you
golden
said they were
gates,
shut.
they're just closed.
Okay. Then I'd like to see if I can find a way to open the golden gates to let my two friends in, or well, more than 2, but
So you go over the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
You have activated the Sylvanian anti-air missiles.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Acrobatics check. 16.
16. Sulbrook, as you begin crossing over the threshold of this wall, you hear a whistling sound, and at the last moment you move while in midair, and an arrow whizzes by right next to your head, and it flies off into the distance, into the woods to your north.
I'd like to take cover.
To your left, on both of your sides, as you're crossing over this this threshold of the wall, there are essentially, this is what they look like. You have the main spires that look like this. They have a curved bottom. Oops. And the bottom curves like this, right? It's a circular spire, essentially. Like this. With big windows. And alongside this building, right? Here's the wall with the gate. Here. You see, and this is repeated on the other side as well. Like this. It's essentially a gazebo that's suspended and rests against the side of the wall itself. And there are battlements that follow the top. And this stuff here repeats on this side as well. Sulbrook, you were roughly right here. Where would you like to
Right.
take cover?
I think I would like below me at the gates. Is there like a wall, like not like a wall station, but there's like a little garrison inside there?
You see nothing on this area. If you look down, what you are able to see is essentially the battlements of this wall. There is like a half wall on each side that soldiers would be able to take cover, but no entrances that you can see.
Okay. I think I'd like to go to ground then, and not like land, but like kind of hover like at an inch above the ground, just to keep flight active.
Okay. As you fly down, I need another acrobatics check from you.
Okay. 10.
Give me another one.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Salt, you hear another whistling, and an arrow whistles by and hits your gauntlet, but it's deflected. And another one comes from a completely different direction, and it whizzes by you as well, and it hits the ground.
Okay.
Can we see
Question.
this happening?
No, you guys are on the other side of this wall, and Saltbrook is flying down, like from here, like down to here. You guys are on the other side of the wall.
Question. Can I make like a smoke wall with minor illusion by chance?
Yes, yes, you can.
I'd like to do that in. So I'm on the ground, right? The wall is to my back.
Are you
essentially.
touching the ground?
No.
Okay.
Hovering slightly above the ground. Is the wall's to my back, right?
Yes.
Do I see an entrance?
You see the golden gates.
Okay. Then I'd like to kind of make like a little. I got a 30-foot range and I can do it within a 5-foot cube. So I'm going to make a kind of like a blanket, essentially, of smoke. Do I know which direction the arrows are coming, or are they just kind of coming in most directions?
They're coming from pretty much every direction around you.
Okay. Then I'll put it in. I'll put it directly in front of me. Then
Okay.
give some obscuring.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Okay. 5.
How much health do you have?
44.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage as something hits your back.
Okay.
As you reach behind to check what it is, it's an arrow.
Can I see what shot the arrow?
You look behind you, and all you see is the wall.
Alright, I'm a nope the fuck out of there then. Because there's some goofy stuff. So I'm gonna fly up and out of the wall.
Okay. Roll another acrobatics check.
That one's a 16.
Okay. You begin to fly up Saltbrook, and suddenly you hear the whistling coming directly from above you. And at the last moment, you manage to move out of the way as an arrow just flies right next to you, but misses by a hair from above. It just passes by you and hits the ground below you.
Okay.
Do you cross over the wall?
I will cross over the wall.
Okay. Gimnir, Ethel, you watch as from over the wall comes Sulbrook with an arrow sticking out of his back.
Did you meet some resistance back there, or?
Well, I think the wall shot an arrow at me.
The wall.
Yes. The Philden. What the hell is with this city? Why am I getting shot from above in the open air?
I didn't see anything.
You saw nothing, Ethel.
Oh, I know you
Beats
saw
me.
nothing.
I don't know everything.
Whatever. I'm gonna try and just get the arrow out of my back.
Okay. You managed to, are you pulling it out, breaking it? More for flavor.
I'm gonna pull it out. I don't want to break it off. That'd be a bit suspicious.
Okay. Yeah, okay. What would you like to do, everyone?
So we have no choice but to go around.
Indeed.
Have we tried just opening the door? No.
I tried to open the door, but I got shot in the back for my troubles.
Well, you went over the wall. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Can I just go up and push on the doors and see what happens?
Okay. Do you touch it?
Yeah.
The door is open.
Yes!
The gate swings open slowly with a creak. And it just, nothing happens.
She'll like knock an arrow, but like walk in.
Okay. Ethel, as you take your first steps in, you get a chill up your spine, but it's not a bad chill. It's almost like something in your blood is responding to this place. And it reminds you of the same chill you felt while being in Barun as well, the capital of the kingdom.
I mean, hey, if nothing's happening, she's gonna keep on walking.
Okay.
and like motions for like the two, well, everyone else to kind of follow.
Kirith passes by you, Saltbrook, and she gives you a look and says, "You know, you should have tried to open the gate first before flying all the way up there." And
You know, most gates are locked.
yes, but you only know if they're locked if you try to open them. And she just continues walking. And Seven looks at you and says, "For once, I do agree with her."
I suffer not the indignity of pushing on the door and having nothing happen.
Well, if that happens, then it's probably a pole door.
I suffer not the indignity of not pulling on the door and having it do nothing.
Do you guys have those doors that that move upwards instead of opening side to side? Because
I suffer not the door that goes vertical.
Well,
I'm going to start flying forward.
you fly forward.
Yes,
Roll
because
it.
I have not landed.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Oh my god, bro. Who invited this guy? I got a 2.
You will take. Oh my god. 25 points of damage
Jesus Christ.
as an arrow flies in from directly below you, Saltbrook, and it hits you on the inside of your right thigh.
I'm
She's
going to then proceed to fly out of this fucking shithole.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that. No. Nah. Nope. No way. Nope. Nah.
Gimnir, have you walked in?
Not yet. Gimnir watches this happen and just goes, I think this city just hates you.
Is it like a defense system?
Kirith is
Yes.
looking at the ground, and she goes over to exactly where you were floating over, Saltbrook, and like kind of scratches the dirt underneath you, and says, "Yeah, there's no hole for like an arrow to come out of. It's definitely magic. But why only you?"
Yeah. I'm the only one who's attuned to magic, maybe? Maybe it's because I'm flying.
You're also the only one who tried to break in.
I didn't try to break in, I did break in. And then I got my ass handed to me by a god city.
Case in point. Have you tried entering nicely?
I will not be suffering. I will not enter this city nicely. It has lost all right to be treated with decency in my book.
Gimnir, Kirith looks over towards you and says, "Can I have your shield real quick? I promise I won't break it."
I would be surprised if you did, but sure.
Okay.
He hands over the shield.
She grabs onto the shield and places it on the floor and stands on it, almost like a skateboard. And she
Subway Surfers.
she attaches her feet basically to the straps, and she gives a small jump with it. And I need perception checks from everyone.
Yeah, see it. Fun.
It's a solid 8.
Oh, if we love an 11.
Okay.
Where is my perception? There's perception. That's an 11.
You all hear
Okay.
I was not the
No
only one
flying,
that
no
heard that,
jumping.
right?
No, we heard it. How
And
about no flying, no jumping, and let's see how it goes.
Kirith steps off of the shield, and when she lifts it, there's a broken arrow underneath it that wasn't there before. There we go. She hands you the shield back, Gimnir.
Thanks.
Magical aerial defense. That's interesting.
By this
So
time, I
quick.
think flight has run out, and I will plop to the ground.
Okay.
My half-inch of flight has ended.
Brooke, do you need some healing?
Yes. I am in unspeakable agony right now.
Uh,
Clearly.
as you say that, Saltbrook, uh, Devin will say, "Apparently, you will suffer the arrow again."
I will not suffer the indignity of a third.
Well, definitely not without that pep in your step. You won't even have a little bounce when you walk. Otherwise,
Oh, I will.
you know.
What the?
Where am I, the scallop?
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I need healing. I need healing.
I just gave you 10 health, so.
Oh, I didn't hear the 10 health.
Yeah, he tapped him on the shoulder and gave him 10 health.
Nice.
Lay on hands moment. I'm going to take my own hand and put it on my chest and give myself 5 health with lay on hands.
The injury on your right thigh, it hasn't closed completely, but it's not hurting and it's not bleeding anymore.
Sounds good. I think I will, however, just pop a potion of greater healing because I'm still less than half health.
Suffering
I
the
still have those
indignity
regular
of a
ones.
city beating your ass.
I will not suffer the indignity. It will not win. Never will it win.
The city can't beat me.
You know what? I'm gonna pop one as well because I'm still hurting after my police brutality.
I
Right.
think me too. I completely forgot that we get like 3 of those
Yeah.
every session. So.
So like a full action just is like 10 health automatically.
Yeah. Especially outside of combat, you don't have to use an action essentially.
Yeah,
You
right.
just get the full
Are
healing.
you good if I just chug the rest of my regular healing potions?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna drink. Maximum gives us 10, so I'm gonna drink 2. Go, 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 go.
I've also had 2.
Nice. So Gimnir and Saltbrook, you're both down to 1 greater healing potion.
Oh, these were just like regular potions I was drinking. I had 4 from when we started the session. I was loaned a few. So these were the regular. I drank 1 greater healing, so I'm at 2. And then I drank 2 of the healing potions I had on hand from earlier.
Okay. All right. You stand. You essentially stand on a dirt and cobblestone road that goes south. There is a crossroads to your south. There are houses of varying sizes and complexities and architectural styles. However, most houses and buildings around you have a very distinctive, more natural looking, very flowy, very arboreous, with green roofs. To your north is the gate and the way you came from.
I want to be in this city as little as possible. Let's just get the hell out of here.
I would also like to just get out of the city.
You guys are turning back and leaving?
No,
Well,
like
we just go
we're
through
going
it.
through it.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. All right. Which way would you like to
Although-
go? You got to go south
Forward?
first. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
I'll be keeping my eye open for Feline Lane.
here, this is gonna be an old school little tactic. All right. Here we have the gate. Actually, I have to make it 5, otherwise it won't work. There. You're at the gate, and you guys are here. Let me just grab the party tracker. There we go. This is where y'all are. You can see. I should make it a different color, otherwise y'all are not going to be able to see it properly. This is the road. And the road continues down up until where you can't really discern what's there. Where would you like to go?
Mm. Is straight a viable option?
Yes.
You should probably stick to the main roads so
Yeah,
we don't
I was
get lost.
Remember, no jumping, no hopping, skipping, and horseplay.
Just gonna immediately throw Saltbrook straight in the air.
Just grab him and toss him.
Yeet.
Okay. Do you guys want to make it to the first crossroad?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. This continues down. Hard to see where it actually goes. This continues down, and you notice that there is a turn. It makes a turn to the south. As you stand here in the middle, you notice that there is there's a sign on the side of this road, and it says Hyax Lane.
Is that the only one that's labeled?
Yes.
Anything down High Axe Lane?
I think I'm like kind of confused geographically. Like, do we want to be going east to like get through this thing? Can you just tell me where the exit is, please?
Jimmy sort of turns over to Ethel and is just like, I was never really good with directions. I've been following you guys this entire time.
What, your internal cat compass doesn't work too well?
Don't think that's what they're known for.
Mm.
So,
All right, kids, what are we doing?
I say we keep going straight until is able to. Hasn't really failed me
agree.
before.
I don't see why not. We're not noticing anything else funky or hunky dory.
Well,
Are we
hunky, but my name's not Dory.
I mean, you guys are standing at a crossroads.
Yes.
Right.
We'll keep going straight.
Straight.
Yeah, sure.
Where?
Oh.
Direction we were going.
So south.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
The words it is, team.
You're able to see a small side street that connects to this main one to your left. And down, if you continue going south, you notice that there is what looks to be a larger boulevard.
The side street called.
Do you want to go check?
Sure, Gimnir will go check.
The little side street is marked with Olivier Road. And as you stand here, you're able to see that it continues.
Salzbrook, any ideas?
I feel like that's asking to get lost.
Can I look for any street signs that may refer to the good old feline lane?
Not from where you're standing.
Okay. Let's say we continue in a direction until we find a gate out. And then if we need to circle back, we can.
I'm gonna say a main road up ahead would likely lead to a gate.
That seems like it would make sense.
You would think so.
I would indeed.
Alright, gang. I'll keep
Give
going to
me
us.
1 sec, guys. I'm getting a call.
All right, let's take 5.
Everyone steal a shit.
Everyone plunder his Minecraft house. I'm eating cheese and pepperoni. Also, I think I'm out of propane.
Oh, that's not good.
There's one in the garage. I just don't want to go change it right now. There's one in the fucking garage, I tell you.
May not have propane, but do you have propane accessories?
He got propane. How was everyone's day?
Good.
Good.
I just saw a thing that says the new Shazam fucking bombed completely.
Obviously.
And someone posted a fucking picture of Gerald Ford, and it says, "My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over." Because it's 3 straight comic book movies bombing completely. I swear to God, if fucking comic book movies end completely and we still don't get a proper, like, X-Men cinematic universe, I'm gonna be fucking angry. It's like the only good fucking thing that they could have done with Marvel, and they won't do it.
Let's see if the electric heater works.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Hello. All right. What y'all want to do?
I'm
Gonna go
coming.
inwards.
Wait for me. I got a little leg. Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
taxpayer.
I'm so surprised to see me.
Hello, adult person.
Hello, middle-aged man.
Hello, taxpayer.
Anyways, my vote still lies on getting to like the wide main road here and seeing what we can see.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
Um, as you make it to the middle of this larger boulevard, you see a sign that says Many Cats Lane.
Saltbrook starts doing like the open jaw pog face.
And it continues pretty much every side, but there's also one that goes that way. And it goes there.
The real question I have to ask: any cats?
Perception checks.
Everyone!
That'll be an 18 on perception.
Okay.
A 23?
16.
Sorry. It's
So
just-
big.
sorry, the pace of the session is slow. I was hoping you guys would be like, okay, let's go that way. Okay, let's go that way. But you guys are going slow.
Taking our time, Rod.
I know, but
Oh, jeez.
can't fault me for yawning. You don't see cats per se, but you do see statues of cats.
On God?
Yes.
Did cats mean anything to elves? Like,
Do you want to investigate the statue?
yes, I do very much.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 on an investigation check, but I think my love for cats should get me a bonus on that.
I will not give you a bonus on it. However, it's pretty easy to discern that this statue is not very old.
Mm. If it like looks at the cat, looks at the sign, and like turns to Saltbrook, she's like, "What the hell were you blabbering about earlier?"
A feline lane.
And that name just came to you.
Yes.
What else did you happen to just have come to your brain?
Well, to the east, I'm just gonna shove my finger towards the direction. I felt 3 red and 1 blue.
3 red, 1 blue.
Yes.
Federation Coalition encampments?
I don't know.
Perception checks, everyone.
How
Okay.
how do colors feel?
I have a 16 on perception.
Okay.
And a 24 on perception.
Okay.
That's a solid 4. Grimnir was too distracted asking Saltbrook how colors felt.
Ethel,
They
as
feel like colors.
as you hear Saltbrook say 3 red and 1 blue, to the east, you see 4 spires. There are 3 spires with flames on them at the tip of them, and 1 spire in the middle of those with what looks to be a large blue crystal.
Oh. She like walks up next to Saltbrook and kind of points up at that. She's like, "Is that what you saw?"
I didn't see anything. I felt it. There's a difference.
Do you look at it, Saltbrook?
I do look at it.
I don't care if you look at it. She grabs your face and turns your head up towards it.
As your eyes find that, it's almost like deja vu, Saltbrook. You're like, it's 100% confirmed. That is what you've sensed.
So I know it's that thing.
Yes, you immediately know it's that thing now that you're staring at it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know about the rest of y'all. I kind of want to go towards the thing.
I think going towards the thing is not a bad idea.
Let's all go towards the thing. Let's go, East buddies.
I agree.
Okay.
As well, it's our best clue yet.
I like to think Gimnir is like very engrossed with one of the cat statues and is like kneeling down to it. It's like, my brother.
My ancestor. Gimner, I'm so sorry that I'm going to say this. What feats of courage have you done to deserve this? As you continue down the Many Cats Lane, you notice that to your right side, or to the south, there are several stalls and smaller buildings. This used to be essentially a market. It is now completely empty and deserted. To the north, there is a larger building. It looks like a hall of worship of some kind. It is right. Hold on. I shouldn't make it that color.
Religion check.
Me on my way to do a religion check.
I was about to say, yeah, I need to make you like a little reaction meme.
Me
There.
when
Been a
rolling
while since we've
17.
It's been a while since we've had a religion check.
That is true.
I rolled a 17 on my religion check.
Saltbrook, you notice that this building is something known as a Hall of Inspiration, and it's part of a. You wouldn't say it's exactly a religion, but it is a thought doctrine. It has to do with inventors and the idea that creation, technological or otherwise, is a matter of divine inspiration.
Okay,
I
but
will
can it give
share
us
this
all
information.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Can it give us all an extra inspiration slot on our character sheets because it's the Hall of Inspiration?
No,
Gee.
Fuck.
I didn't laugh at that, so no.
Wow.
Maybe if I say it in a funnier voice,
Laugh
can you
then.
give us another slot of inspiration on our character sheet?
Not
What if I
funny.
did it as Jennifer Coolidge?
Not funny. Didn't laugh. No inspiration.
Fuck you, eat my ass.
Okay. You notice that the sign Many Cats Lane, it continues down this road as well. But also up here.
Wait, they're both Mini Cats Lane?
Yes.
Is it like a little U-turn, basically?
You're a bit too far away to see where this area goes.
What do you guys think? Should we stick to Saltbrook's premonition?
Yes.
All right, Pussycat Lane it is.
Might as well.
Would you... Now, the question is, do you want to continue on the street, or do you want to stop by the Hall of Inspiration?
I don't see a problem with stopping by the I don't see a
Loot,
problem with going to
loot,
the Hall of Inspiration.
loot, 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 loot.
Alright.
I'm just saying, Ithel wouldn't pass up some free loot. If this town is completely empty.
As you walk in through the front doors of this building, empty, obviously, but it seems relatively untouched. And the first few steps you take, you are met with a large hall. The walls, the floors, all decked in rich mahogany. And on the walls, there are hanging pictures and sketches, blueprints of several technological marvels of the previous few centuries. Are you in a wind tunnel, Rowan?
Oh my god.
No, sorry, the AC's on and I forgot the mic was on.
um,
Really funny.
you see several technological inventions and advancements on the walls depicted. You see the first artificer pepper box, a essentially a flintlock pistol. You see a trebuchet detailed down to its blueprint, and down the hall, you notice that the halls of this building are dimly illuminated, but down the hall there is a room that is very, very bright.
So you say there's schematics on the wall.
Yes.
Am I able to read these and understand how they function?
Yes, to an extent. They're simplified versions of these schematics, just so that one can understand the rough functionings of everything. So for a trebuchet, the blueprint essentially shows how the counterweight is utilized to launch the projectile. For a pepper box, it shows the utilization of gunpowder on the inside to propel a projectile out of the front. But other than that, it isn't, it's not down to precise measurements or quantities or how to assemble or what it's made of. These are generalists.
Does
It's the facets of production, essentially. of
Essentially.
what you can use it for.
Yeah.
Would you say this constitute enough for me to understand how to use them as a packed weapon? Because I can use any weapon that I can understand.
Yes. Understanding a pepper box is fair.
I can now use the pepperbox pistol.
is like at least like via the schematic or whatever, is it the same as that woman used at the summit?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
That
the
was
design
advanced.
the design looks completely different, whereas the pepper box looks like this. It has several barrels all together like this.
Mm-hmm.
The weapon that Lyrel Silverhand had at the Peace Summit was like this.
You gave this bitch a revolver.
Hey yo, Silverhand got the glicky! Me when auto pistol from the Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, hi, Thallian.
This is what it looked like. Hello, Thallian. Go to sleep.
What the Fallion?
Hold on. Go to sleep.
What the Thallian? Oh, he's so cute.
He's in the way of the
What?
gun barrel!
Put him in
Dahlia,
front
get
of
him
me.
away!
Oh, put him in front of the gun.
Thallian.
Stop it.
Dahlia, get down! He has AirPods in!
Thalia's got Thalia's got a gun now.
Thallian with the Glock. Thallian with the Glock.
Okay. This is the difference between the two.
Flintlock versus automatic, essentially.
Yes.
Semi.
A Mauser, essentially.
Yes.
Ithel fucking hates it.
What other schematics
I
are
like
there on
sketch
hand?
it.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. A bit of an extension rod. Would I now be able to summon the trebuchet as a weapon? I feel like that's a little too far, but he laughed, he laughed, he laughed, I can do it.
He laughed. He laughed. You made the DM laugh. It's canon.
I am going to make you pay for it, but yes, you are able to summon a trebuchet.
It's just gonna take all of my energy.
I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna happen, but you can summon a trebuchet.
Could I like sketch the schematic in like my sketchbook?
Yes, but which schematic?
The gun, the Rudy Tooty point and shooty.
The the flintlock one?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. A pepper box, you can sketch that.
Is it Flintlock or Pepper Box?
The pepper box is flintlock, essentially.
I guess you could extrapolate and say it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Shit, that just broke.
Saltbrook with the pepper box. Call that a seasoned meal.
Salt and pepper box.
What
Yes.
the scallop is this?
All right.
Are there any other interesting designs on the wall?
There is one that draws all of your attention. It's something called a Raitepalash. It's written like this. The Raitepalash. And what it is essentially a rapier that boasts a pepper box attached to it, like this.
Hey yo, you got the glicky on the pepper box. What the hell?
Got the glicky on the sticky.
Yes.
I would like to sketch this one as well.
All right. Okay. So from this hall, there is a hallway that leads into another room that is more brightly illuminated than this current room.
Let's go.
Walking into this new room, it extends out. It is a dome room. And you all notice that as immediately upon entering this room, Kirith seems to recognize something, and she moves into the center of this room where a spotlight that's coming from outside, from the sun essentially. There are several mirrors and lenses on the top of this domed ceiling that focus the light into several displays, and one of them is right smack dab in the center of this room. She runs in and essentially kneels to examine this further. On the walls, there are depictions of machinery that none of you have ever seen.
Is this like an elven built temple?
It does not have the makings of elven architecture.
Right, right. She kind of like looks around, kind of like literally like turning around and like taking it all in. She's like, this place shouldn't be on Sylvanian land.
What do you mean it shouldn't be here?
This doesn't feel right.
I see.
Maybe she like walks up to Kidith and see what she's doing.
Ethel, as you approach, you see a familiar sight. In front of Kirith, in the center of this spotlight, is a scale model of the Black Forge that you, Gimnir, Kira, Judd saw at the Waterdeep Museum on the night of the heist. And on this model, there is what looks like a new edition. It looks like it was made recently. There is a large blue insert in the shape of a sphere attached to this forge. And climbing out of this obsidian rock forge is what you can easily identify as a model or a miniature of a warforged.
Well, that's interesting.
She like kneels down next to Kirith and she's like, "What the hell?"
Kirith
Piece together what this means.
Kirith looks at you, Ethel, and says, Mochi told me that the Father Forge would be something like this. And she pulls out a small sketch pad and she hurriedly shit, I can't. Can I make an ellipsis? I can't. That's fine. She hurriedly draws something that looks like this. It's similar in shape to the model you're looking at, but it has more spires on the sides. And it carries an opening on the side. And she points to it. And she says, "Look." She points to the hole on the side of it. And then she points to the model. Same thing.
Is it the Eye of Tau?
You recognize it to be a depiction of the Eye of Uptown.
Ugh! I fucking love when a story comes together. Oh god. Ugh!
I've been preparing this for a
Yes!
long time.
I gotta shit myself. Like I actually have to poop, but like in a good way. Didn't Mochi have it
Yeah.
last?
Remember what the point was? He was hired by someone to get it.
Yes. Okay. She like turns to Kirith and she's like, "You know what that is, right?"
Weren't you like hired to get it? It seems like it functions with whatever this thing is.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And that means Mochi has it still, or knows where it is.
And that means
She just kind of like looks to Kirith.
And Kirith looks at she looks at the pedestal on where this model is, and she reads from a little placard that says, "The Black Forge of House Kenneth." Didn't Mochi talk about something? I can't remember it now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Was it a model of the Black Forge at the museum in Waterdeep, or was it the Black Forge?
It was the Black Forge. That was the opening. The museum gala was specifically to present the Black Forge.
Okay. I didn't remember if it was like the real thing or like, oh, we know what it looks like, but us rich people are gonna put in a fake one.
Right. No, it was on display.
Okay. Ithel kind of like excitedly like grabs her arm and she's like, the Black Forge, it's in the Waterdeep Museum. We all saw it with our own eyes. And if Mochi has the Eye of Uptao, then
Mochi doesn't
this
have
is
the Eye of Uptao anymore.
well, then he certainly knows where it is.
Yes, but Mochi deals with the big dogs of the Sword Coast.
We're two women who desperately want something, and in this world, that's a dangerous thing.
Yes, but you would have to.
We can get it.
If the Federation has control over the Eye of Uptao, you think they're going to just give it away? Especially if it fits on the Black Forge? You saw
Oh,
what
no.
Lyrel was capable of with whatever technology it was that she got.
That's why she can't have it.
And that's why they would be willing to kill all of us to protect it. You said that this technology killed someone instantly.
She like stands up and like looks around. She's like, I'm not speaking nonsense, right? The Federation can't be in possession of a forge that can produce more of those things.
You are right. But they
Are
do
you
have
talking
it.
from a moral standpoint, or are you talking from a literal standpoint?
Does it matter?
Slightly. Because from a moral standpoint, I don't think they should. But from a literal standpoint, they may already have it.
Ethel,
Well, we know where to look for the Black Forge.
the pictures on the wall seem to depict more forges. They are of similar construction, but they have different colors.
She like smacks Kith's arm and like points to the wall. She's like, look.
Kirith stands up and she goes up towards the wall. And one of those forges is red. The other's green, yellow. Oh, hold on. I want to make sure I get the colors right because I wrote these.
Marigold and salmon,
Magenta.
fuchsia,
This one's ultramarine blue.
aquamarine.
What's ironic is ultramarines are not ultramarine blue.
They're okay. So there's a black one, a red one, a blue one, a green one, and a white one. And on so as you enter that room, this circular room, actually let me make this a bit thicker. There. As you enter the room, the little pedestal with the model is in the middle. And on the walls, you see the other forges. And in front of each one of these paintings, there are circular glyphs on the ground, on the floor. All of them connected to the pedestal.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn on National Treasure music for myself because I'm about to like shit. I'm not joking. National Treasure, but it has to be the Book of Secrets one.
I disagree. The original National Treasure soundtrack is much
Okay,
better.
but the Book of Secrets has a track called Page 47 on it that is so fucking good.
Fair. Um. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I want to go look at all of it.
Sort of thinking thing is not really my forte, and Kimni is just sort of gonna go over to like the closest like window sort of area and just sort of look outside. Just wait for the rest of his party to get ready.
Before we leave, I would like to close my eyes and attempt to scry for the. Wait, are these on the map or are these like?
Oh, these are not on a map. These are depictions of different color forges, similar to the
Do
Black
they-
Forge.
Do they all look generally the same, just like with like a color differential or something?
Yes, their texture also seems to be different.
Okay. What are the runes in front of them?
These are symbols that none of you have ever seen.
Well,
I am drawing
It's-
them.
it's been a hot minute, but it's time to use comprehend languages.
That's my boy.
And I don't really need to roll a d6 because it's a level 1 spell. So the minimum roll I can get is 1. 4 of 6, and the level 1. Alright, so I can just level 2 for free. Okay. Then I would like to cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Hold on, let me just get the proper color.
Sure.
So here's Red Forge, Blue Forge, Green. Yeah. Green Forge,
That is
Black Forge. I'll just do it like gray. Be easier. Gray Forge and White Forge. Solbrook, as you cast your spell, hold on. I messed this up because it's supposed to look like this. So here is what you get from this, Czar.
Right.
This is the letter S, and so is this one. This is the letter T. This is the letter A. And this is the letter R.
Starts.
what language is this?
I don't know.
He does not know.
Oh, sorry.
I will point to each and translate it into common for everybody to understand what the rune's singular meaning is.
Okay.
I'd also like to look around the room and see if there's anything else that I can see that may have linguistics on it.
No.
I mean, I thought she's kind of like not like running around, but she's kind of like out, like observing and like jotting everything down. And she like kind of like points to each one. She's like red, black, green, white. Kirith, but you said the father forged. Where's that?
And Kirith is looking around, and she looks up, looks down. She's drawing a blank. She doesn't know.
It's called a father forge, right?
Yes.
Is there a mother forge?
Kirith looks at you and says, I don't know.
Well, if it's the father forge, would that not imply that all the other forges came from the father forge? Or it was the first?
Well,
Perhaps these are linking to places?
Mochi told me that what the Father Forge is able to do is to repair things, to fix things. He never said anything about creating things. That is what the other chromatic forges do.
Hmm.
If these fell into the wrong hands. I mean, what happened this morning, but on a major scale? It'd be a war like none of us have ever seen.
That is true.
This is what I foresaw.
Yes, Saltbrook, you've had a vision about this.
Wish
It was
to
almost
get
like-
them.
She's almost like borderline manic. She's like drawing shit, and she's like, "Okay, stars. Is that what this says? What does that mean? That we can track this using the stars?"
Ethel, give me an investigation check.
1000% buckaroo. 10.
Ethel, you notice that there are scratches on the floor next to the A.
In front of the Black Forge. Do I know what? Like, can I investigate, see what made them, or like, do I know what made them? The scratches?
You can tell that these scratches were from something heavy being dragged.
The Black Forge wasn't here, was it?
I'm gonna need history from you, Ethel, and you, Gimnir, because you've heard this information before. It just
It's been a while.
yeah, if your characters don't remember this, if you guys don't remember this
That's a
personally,
13.
then there's
Yeah, 11.
yeah, Gimnir, you've heard that the Black Forge did not come from Faerun. This is from another plane of the Black Forge is from another plane of existence.
My plane of existence.
Yes, Eberron.
Yeah, right.
You be right.
He's gonna relay that information to Ithilden. Yeah, I think they mentioned something about it coming from where Grim was, I think.
Right. Where he's from, and she like motions to Saltbrook. So, like, was there something here that got moved?
From what you can see, the scratches were created by something heavy being dragged.
Always try and move the pedestal, Ithilden.
Okay. You're stronger than I am, so
Give me an athletics check, Gimnir.
I will assist in Gimnir moving the Teehee pedestal.
Do it with advantage then.
Well, it's a good thing I had advantage because I rolled a nat 1 at first.
What the scallop?
No, I'm burning my inspiration for this. Well, okay, that's just 12 total.
Okay. Saltbrook, you might want to put in your athletics too.
It's an athletics check?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I roll with advantage as well, or just regular?
Well, yes, with advantage.
Well, I rolled a 7.
You hear Kirith groan. Ugh, fine. Useless man, I swear. And she rolls on this one.
Classic.
And
my girl.
she just pushes the two of you out of the way. And she grabs hold of this they're not pedestals, they're essentially like plates on the ground. And she manages to get her fingers under, and she lifts it up, and the underneath of the plate Okay, one is the pedestal, the other is the plate. The floor has a circular indent on it, whereas the plate itself has a square indent.
And the square goes in the square hole.
Put square in circle.
Gimner just sort of like
And where do we put
side-eyes
the
Kirith.
rectangle?
You sort of side-eyes Kirith, loosened it for you.
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you, Kitty.
You
Ithel
have
like
a square and a circle.
Ithel just runs to the next one and like starts trying to like push it with her shoulder.
Athletics.
Thank you, sir. Where is my sir? Sir, where is it?
So your athletics is 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth from the top on your skills.
You're so right, King. Thanks. 15.
15. Ethel, you with how excited you are, there's an adrenaline rushing through you right now. And you manage to lift it. The underneath of the plate shows an X, and the floor also shows an X with the S right here.
Okay. She kind of like happily like points like at like Kidith and like back of the pedestal. She's like, okay, this one's in the right spot. And she like points at Gimnir and says, go move that one. See what that one has on the bottom. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still playing National Treasure music and it's great.
Gimnir, which one are you gonna move?
Not sure what this will accomplish, but he walks over to the unmarked T.
Okay. Roll an athletics for me.
This time he's going to try lifting from the bottom instead of just pushing.
I will yell at him, lift with your legs, not your back.
That is still a 12. He's just gonna sort of crick his back real quick.
Oh! Use your thighs!
Use your thighs!
I try again.
Gimnir, you manage to lift it, and underneath you see this.
What the scallop is this?
This is what you see. The plate itself has a circle, and the floor has a square.
But I have to roll a second athletics check to put my pedestal back in the same place that it was.
No, you can just drop it.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
I'd like to try something I haven't tried before.
What's up?
So I'm gonna kneel down on the ground and put my hand on the floor. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm going to, in my head, imagine the name of my patron. And I'd like to try to see into the past to see what the pattern is,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Before we let that resolve, Gimnir,
Can we...
what do you do? What do you do with the information you just managed to reveal?
Well, I have a circle and a square over here. I'm assuming these are mismatched, so
It like snaps and like points, just like, yes, switch them.
he's just going to carry over circle to the circle plate.
Goes in the circle.
Gimnir, as you place it onto the floor, it seems to attach itself perfectly, and Kirith, just takes the plate from this side over to this side, and now the order looks like this.
I too love Strass.
Duh.
That like this. Solbrook, do you actually want to go through with that?
I know it's stars, but I just want to be sure. And it's also something I haven't tried yet, so I think it'd be cool.
Okay.
Well, it's not stars if it's the pedestal for in these two slots are where they're supposed to be now.
Good point. And
Y-
yes, I will.
y'all are missing a small detail, and it's very funny. But
I mean, we still have two other pedestals.
One second. Okay. Before we do the thing, Solbrook, once you place the pedestals on their spots, there is a mechanical whir from below you. And you hear a series of knocks. And you hear
The anticipation. What do we hear?
Sorry, was that second one 3 or 2?
it was once again. Emily, do you have the stream muted?
I have it like quieted. Oh, sorry, I didn't know what we were. Okay, there it should be. I can hear it now.
Okay, because I'm using the game to give you the sound.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I got nothing.
Okay, then hear it.
Three, two, two, 4, 3, 1. I'm gonna say that out loud.
Hirith looks over at you and says, "Is that what you heard?"
What did you hear?
Little different, but you know.
What did you hear?
I only have long ears.
That doesn't answer the question. What did you hear?
Well, if you heard it, that's fine.
Kirith.
What? I thought the first 5 ones were like a single one instead of 2 separate ones.
That's certainly plausible. In
Is
which
the
case-
center pedestal movable?
You can try.
I want to check the other two first, make sure they're in the right space. So I'll go check the Blue Forge one.
Okay,
in which
athletics.
case it would be...
Oh yeah, the athletics squad. Sorry. Does an 8 move the stone?
No, it does not.
Can I try again?
Sure.
Does a 9 move the stone?
No, Kirith is gonna just push you to the side and all right, here I go. And she moves it with a 15.
Thank you.
You know, you should really leave these things to me. You're more finesse. And she lifts it, and she reveals that the underneath of the blue one, you said?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
1 second. The blue one reveals a triangle and a triangle.
Okay. That means these two are where they're supposed to be. What about the center one? Do you think it moves?
I don't know. Want to give it a shot?
Well, don't you want to
Only
give
to
it a shot
find out.
for the strength?
Uh, in the middle, the pedestal looks essentially like a cube. It's not a plate on the ground. And on top of this cube is the little forge model.
Don't mess up my dude's Warhammer model.
Like that. Well, what do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I just thought maybe it might move too.
Okay, then try to move it.
You just told me to leave these things to you.
Yes, but leave the things that I don't think are stupid.
Oh my god.
While all
Well,
this is
I fail.
going on, Gimnir is just standing next to the blue one, and then he just sort of stands on it.
You stand on the blue one.
Oh yeah.
You hear this, Gimnir. You
Did
hear...
anyone else just hear 4 knocks, or
I heard
So
it.
I'm not just insane.
What did you say?
So I'm not just insane.
Also insane, not just
I wouldn't
insane.
rule it out?
Yes, what he said. Uh, Well, if that's the case, then fine. Kirith walks over to the T, the Black Forge one, and stands on it. Huh. That's 2.
Sulprick, what was the order you heard the knocks in?
It was either 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, 1, or if I heard what
The name
or
is
Kirith
Kirith,
would-
yes.
I think if Kirith heard something that I didn't or had better hearing, it'd be 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. One of the two.
Well,
And I'm more inclined to think it's Kirith's because there's 5 pedestals and 5 knocks.
5 pedestals, 5 letters.
Yes, well, I don't think
The answer is
EPDCA means anything important.
Just say you said
ED. Sorry, hold on. EB.
5,
Holy shit, I completely wrote 2 Ds in a row. Fuck.
5, 2, 4, 3, 1 is what you said?
5, 2, 4, 3, 1, yes.
Then the answer is stars. And she like runs over to like the white one. Okay. Kirith?
All right. She steps on the T.
Sulprick, go to the green one.
I will go to the green one.
Get near.
Yes.
Step on it again.
Gimnir just sort of hops.
Roll an acrobatics check for
Big
me.
mistake.
No!
You said acrobatics.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 17 total, or is it just a straight acrobatics check and not like a save?
It's a save, so.
Okay, so 17 total.
The little warforged model on the table flings itself towards you and hits the wall and just shatters into a ton of pieces.
Oh my god.
And as you land on the pedestal, you hear
Ithil just like kind of shakes her head, and she's like, "All right, 7, the red one."
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was dozing off. And he walks over to the red one, and you hear. And all of the pedestals spin. Um,
Hold on, I need my National Treasure music. Okay, you're good.
and the spotlight from the middle of the room begins to become more diffuse for a moment, less focused, and suddenly it laser focuses on the middle of this room. As this light that is warm and almost yellow in hue just focuses on the center of the pedestal with the model on it, the model bursts into flames, and the pedestal itself cracks in the middle from the energy of this light, and the lines that connect the center of this pedestal with the plates that you're all standing on illuminate, and the entire building buckles for a moment as the room begins to shake. And from underneath the floor in the middle of the room, you see this massive crack on the wooden floor become wider and wider. And from the middle of this room, you see a big, but you know it's not exactly the size it's supposed to be, a big model made of sheer stone of another forge that is gold. The design is extremely similar to all the others, but this one is golden, and it boasts a center spire, whereas all the other ones had spires on its perimeter, like this. This one boasts a center spire right in the middle. And instead of a slot to receive something like the Eye of Uptau, it boasts a crystal, exactly like the one you saw at the top of the spire in this city.
She like walks over to Kirith, and she's like, "Sweet Sylvanas, Kirith, is that it?"
Kirith looks around at this thing, and she pulls out a piece of paper, tattered, old, and she looks at you and says, "If Mochi's to be believed, yes, that's what's gonna get my friend back, and yours."
She just like smiles wide at her, almost like tears in her eyes, and she's like, "Yeah, yeah, it is."
Now, where to find it is the point.
The spire's outside. You don't think the city could be?
No, it's to the side. There's no spire in the middle of the city from what we could see. And if this model is to be believed, a spire would be visible from anywhere.
Right.
A spire that's visible from
Down.
anywhere. What, like a mountain?
Almost looks like the Golden Palace.
Hmm. I don't know.
Ithil's like drawing it in her book. It's like below us, right?
No, it's on the same level as you guys. It got pushed up.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm gonna allow some deduction, some like Holmesian deduction with good investigation rolls. just to give a hint.
All right, everyone, time to roll.
Sort of like a little aha moment.
Investigation. I got
I'm
a
burning
13.
inspiration for this.
Okay. Saltbrook, how much you get?
I got a 13.
Okay.
Yeah, 15.
13, 15.
Give me just 1 second. I want to look something up.
I haven't had an inspiration in a long time.
Would I be able to use locate object to try and sense it?
You may certainly try. You trying to find the Father Forge specifically?
Specifically, like the Golden Forge right in front of us. That is what it's modeled after. So yeah, I guess the Father Forge.
Okay.
I mean, I'm only gonna know the direction if it's within 1,000 feet of us. If not, well,
1,000 feet?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Alright, sure. Do you cast
there's
it?
no like check or anything. Yeah, there's no check
Okay.
or anything.
Gimnir, no. It is not within 1,000 feet of you.
So,
Well,
in front of
the-
us
Room
is
that
the
near
Golden
us.
Forge, right?
Yes, a model, essentially.
A model of it. Okay.
A representation of it.
I see. Well, I think it's time to try something I have done before.
Scry it, baby.
Scry it, baby! I am going to walk up to the Golden Forge model and put my hand on it.
Okay.
And then I will close my eyes and begin to scry where this is a model. I'm going to try and maybe find where the real one is.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check coming up. Arcana check is a 7.
Okay. Thulbrook, you close your eyes, and the sounds of the world become muted. The slats of wood below you seem to fall away, and around you there's nothing but void. The temperature around your skin seems to increase, and you feel warm, and then scalding hot. In front of you, a throne made of rocks assembles itself out of sheer will, and sitting on it, your patron. Josiah. I see you have decided to pay me a visit again.
Yep.
Tell me, why do you seek what you seek?
Well, I think you all too well remember that you gave me a task. One that I cannot refuse. To revive Grimorian. This may lead us to this place where I can, unless you just want to tell me the location where I can do that.
But
But
why?
you wouldn't do that, would you?
But why, Saltbrook? The point isn't the orders I have given you. The point is, why?
Why I want to know the location of this? I told you. Find the Father Forge using this, and then I can finish what you have laid out for me. Is there something I don't know about this that you want to tell me?
That I want to tell you? No. No.
Oh, I didn't say what. Tell me. You don't tell me things I'm not meant to know. You never let me know that. I said, is there something you don't want to tell me about this?
Plenty.
I'm certain.
I will give some assistance. Your friends, this concerted effort they have performed, this circus, to find even a mere representation of this forge. There is a word, my friend. A word that helped you along this inquiry. The question is, if you find the location of the Father Forge, and it is able to bring back those who have passed, what will you do, Saltbrook? Would you
Oh, I see.
defy my orders? Would you break the hearts of your friends? Would you leave a sleeping dog to lie if it meant that your wife and your family would bask in the glorious warm light of day again? Is that the kind of man you are?
You tempt me with such words. You think I am. You think I'm the. Is this idiot who's just going to seek out an easy answer? You gave me an order. Quite simple. I don't know how this works. I don't think I can revive that which has been dead for a decade. Even if I could, my family would not recognize me. They would not care. They're dead. Dead, buried, and burnt in the hell that was Fairhaven. You know this. You asked me these questions to think of a way to torment me, or something along those lines. I'm not going to bend to what you want me to think. You already know my next thoughts, my next actions. These
Yes.
questions are rhetorical.
No. These questions are not rhetorical, Saltbrook. As to whether I want to torment you. If I wanted to torment you, Saltbrook, do you think, and as he says this, he grows in size and the temperature rises. Do you think that I would go about giving you my power? If I wanted to torment you, Saltbrook, I would have done so. I would have cast you into the seven hells and tortured you for every second of your miserable existence. No, Saltbrook, I do not want to torment you. I am here to mold you into the man I need you to be. As for the one who accompanies you, and he looks off to your side, Saltbrook, and when you look to the side to where he's looking, you see Kirith. I fear that my dear daughter would not find it agreeable that I should torment one of my or her companions.
Kirith is your daughter.
My dear, dear daughter, and heir to the seven hells.
Oh, that's so good. Sorry.
You, Saltbrook, will make sure that she never rises to oppose me, and you will do so with the power that I have granted you and will continue to grant you. You will make it so that her despair will reach a fever pitch,
and she will have no choice but to crawl back home and take her place as a never-ascending heir. She speaks truth. The word star is your next step. Be gone.
And he disappears into basically a puff of smoke, his smoldering eyes still remaining for a few moments as his body becomes this almost liquid smoke, and the rocks that he was sitting on crack and crumble, almost as if the weight of a million years places itself upon these rocks, and they almost age out of existence in front of you. And the slats of the wooden floorboards of the Hall of Inspiration seem to rejoin the floor once again, and you are thrown back into the room.
Physically thrown back or mentally thrown?
Mentally thrown back into it.
Okay.
So, Saltbrook, did you find it?
I did not find it, but I was granted information.
Well, what is it?
Stars is indeed our next step on the path to finding the Father Forge.
Uh-huh.
I was told nothing more than that.
I think our next step is to get Kira, and we can decide what to do from there.
Sure, yes. From Kira, I suppose we move east and we find that, what's his name again? The man who knows about the Father Forge. I forgot his name.
Great question.
Do we have a name? All we know is that he's tiny and he wears he wears a helmet at all times.
Oh, Ravage. Was that it?
Your connection is terrible right now, Sweet Pea. I couldn't understand anything you said.
It's always my fault.
Try reconnecting. Hello?
You told me to try reconnect.
It's really bad, Sweets. I can't understand what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. Let's just give it a moment. She should be back.
Hello.
Hello. I hope it's better now.
Your stream isn't working for me.
What are you using?
What? I'm using Discord. What do you mean?
Are you using your phone? Is that like, did you change
No, I'm on my laptop.
it? Okay, then the stream should be working. Here, let's try re-putting it.
There we go.
Okay.
That's great.
So what were you saying, Ethel?
Oh, that's a great question. What the hell did I say? Oh, I was like, what was his name? Ravager or something? I say this to Kirith, by the way.
I don't know. Listen. I'm just going with you. It's not my mission.
It's as much your mission as it is ours.
She pulls out a sending stone from her backpack. Hello? Hello? Mochi? He's not answering. Hello? What is it? Okay, hi, hello. It's Kirith. I know who it is. The name of the person over by the high ice. What's his name? What? The person over by the high ice. The one that Mimi wants us to see. You talk to Mimi? Yes, leave that for later. What is the name of the person that stays over by the high ice that knows where we need to go? Slayer. That's his name. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, but that's up. His name is Slayer.
Okay. That solves that problem, I guess.
Yes. Too easy. Okay, so, and she pulls out a little notebook. What are our next steps?
Well, we grab Kira for one.
Yes. What do we do about the big crystal on the spire that looks like the one that needs to go into the Father Forge?
I suppose we could try to find a way to take it without getting ourselves killed.
Maybe we bring Kira?
Yeah, thief would help.
Exactly. We need a burglar. That's what we need.
Oh, where's time
She's
to
not a
shove?
burglar.
She's a thief.
Burglar skill set.
Oh, she was a scout for our troops.
Is she silent?
Sometimes.
Then she can be a burglar.
I feel like that's a very broad generalization.
Grab
I
Kira.
wouldn't. I
Grab.
wouldn't read too deep into it here.
Okay. Step 1, grab Kira. Step 2, grab Crystal. Step 3, go see Slayer. Step 4, provided he tells us where the Father Forge is, go see the Father Forge. Step 5, bring back Ripley. Step 6, bring back Grim.
Oh, that sounds like a walk in the park now, doesn't it?
Your uncle is Bob.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right.
What?
Nothing. I was going to say all right, but you cut me off, so.
She like kind of like playfully like punches her arm. I was just gonna say like we're doing it.
Yes. We've been doing it for days.
She like rolls her eyes. You know what I mean.
I'm just busting your balls ears.
I'll grab your tail again.
Listen, you want to do that? We're gonna have to rent ourselves a room. You still haven't understood that grabbing at the tiefling's tail is like grabbing an intimate part. I tried to be, subtle about it.
Exposed. It's like out of your pants.
Yes.
Right, you two. Please. This is a private conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not comfortable with us girls talking about touching each other inappropriately?
I don't care what you do. Do it when we're not on a mission.
He has good ideas.
Wish I could get him to jump again.
You know what? No.
Or are you contemplating doing it out of spite?
I absolutely was.
All right, everyone. Let's call it here for today. It has been 2.5 hours. Good session. No level ups yet, but we are close. I can tell you that. By next session, we should be seeing Kira again. So, Tess, if you're watching, I recommend that you keep me posted so that we can make sure the next time you're able to participate, so that we can like synchronize schedules and whatnot. I would also ask if it's possible for us to keep things on Saturday, because I know Emily has her work schedule on Sunday. And it can be a bit too much to go to work and then come back home and have D&D. So as far as I understand, it helps you focus and helps you be more relaxed for the session, right, Sweets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would everyone be okay with it being on Saturday instead?
As far as I'm
Saturday?
aware, yes.
Saturday and Sundays work for me, but I do work Saturdays. But I can handle the drain of being at work
Okay.
and then coming to do this because I can just have a nap or something.
Sounds good. We can also start later if that's the case for you, Czar.
5 is fine. It gives me something to do like an hour after I get home, and it lets me get all my stuff in place and eat something, and then go to D&D. So the hour frame is good for me.
Okay, cool.
You know,
Awesome,
like if
awesome.
it was like Sunday and like we did it later, that'd be fine. But like the way we're like, I would get home at like 5, and then if I'm lucky enough, and then I'm like, oh, D&D at 5:30, which like sucks.
Yeah, because I have an hour to decompress after work, so I'm usually fine.
All right.
I have to go to work today.
I have to go to work today.
Exactly. Yes.
All right, everyone. Thank you, those of you who came to watch. Saltbrook, Gimnir, Ethel, thank you. And I'll see you all next time on this thing that we're doing.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.